Okay, today we're going to work on place value using hundreds and one thousands, and that's why we have this blocks here. I'm going to show you how to use those in a few minutes, and also we're going to work on greater than, less than, and equal to. Okay. Are you familiar with this sign right here?
Yes.
What does that sign represent?
Um, it's greater.
Greater than. Okay. And the opposite, going the other way,
Less than.
less than. And if you got two lines going across, what does that say?
Equal.
Equal to. Okay, good job. You did great in identifying those. Okay. So if I were to have, say, 129 and 61, okay, which sign will you use?
Um, this
That one. The basically it will be the 129 is greater than 61, and as you remember, as from previous lessons before, that the greater than basically eats the larger number. When we talk about eating, we're talking about the alligator games that we've done in the past. Okay, so if we have the number 351 and 453, which one will you use?
you would use this one.
That one. That is correct. Good job. And basically, again, you want to put the alligator teeth basically eating the larger number. Since the number on the left side is smaller, it basically is going to eat the larger number. So that's what the sign is that way. So if we have 324 and 324, what does that represent?
Equal.
Equal. So it is the same equal amount. Okay. Any questions you have on this right here? You're able to identify if I give you another one, say 152 and 153.
Would you find that?
That one will be greater. Which sign will you use? That one. Again, that is correct. I just want to make sure that you got it correctly, which you did, and good job on that. Okay. Let me put this away for a few seconds. I don't think we need that for right now. Okay. Have you ever used blocks before? Okay. One of these, what is that? What kind of units does it represent?
One.
Ones. Okay. And how many does that represent?
10.
10. So you know that 10 of those equals one of those, right? And what is this?
100.
100. How many tens does it have?
10.
10. And how many singles does it have?
100.
100. Good job. Okay. So if we don't have enough hundreds, but if we were to have 10 of them, how much will that be equal to?
1,000.
1,000. So that will be 10 of those. And how many, if it was 1,000, how many tens do you have?
100.
100. Good job. And of course, you just said if you have the big square, the big square with 1,000, how many of those will you have? You have 1,000.
Yeah. 1,000.
Okay, 1,000. Okay, good job. I mean, I'm sure that you grab the concept as far as using tens, 100s. Now, so if in the place value chart we were to use that one, if it's tens, which rather will you? I mean, which of the all of them will you? Which one will you use?
For the 10s?
Yes.
Uh,
Okay. So go ahead and put it in your tens value.
10s or
Tenths.
10s?
Tenths. Okay. So if it's 100, which one will you use? Yeah. Now we're going to imagine if we had
Like
1,000, just a big square with 10 of those. Where would this one go?
this. It would
The end square. Ooh.
Why don't we just use the green one for thousands?
Oh yeah, you can use the green one. Just imagine it's 1,000. Okay. So now I think you understand the concept as far as the place value. So let me go ahead and give you some. Let's move into decimal with numbers. Let me put this aside so that won't be in our way. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a pencil so you can write this number. And now you gotta identify. You know the places hundreds, tens, ones, period. which is the decimal point, and then the first place value is tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Correct? Okay. So if I were to ask you to write 24 and go ahead and write 24 and then place a 3 on the tenth and a 6 on the 100th and 0 on the 1000th. What number is that?
24 and 300. 24 and 360,000.
Okay. Good job. Okay. So now we're going to start comparing numbers. Okay. Let's go ahead and write 324. Yes, start with 100. 24. Point. Period. I mean, decimal point. I forgot to put that one on the sheet. 0. 500. And 2,000. Okay. The next number will be 324. Point 0 tenths, 6, and then 2. The way you will be able to determine which number is greater, you start comparing the numbers. Since the hundreds is the same, the tenths is the same, the ones is the same, then you're going to start going to the other side of the decimal. Okay. Of course, you got your decimal, you got your tens, which is still the same number, which is 0. Okay. Now the 100s, which one of the two is bigger, 6 or 5?
6.
Okay. So at this point, you can actually stop because the second one will be bigger than the top one. Now, let's go ahead and also show you a little bit like we did earlier with greater than and equal to. If we have this one like this, 324.052, and then the other one is 324.062. Which will the signs that I just had earlier, which one is greater?
The
Okay, and that is, yes, that is correct. You put the greater than, well, actually this one will be less than this. 324.52 is less than 324.62. Okay, when it's facing the opposite, when the first number is less than the second number, you're gonna basically when you read it, you're gonna say 324.52 is less than 324.62. Now, if it was the other way around, 324.062 and 324.052 on the other side, what will we do to that sign?
We just flip it.
You flip it. That is correct. Good job. Okay, and how will you read this? 324.62 is
Greater than
then
324 and 52,000.
okay. Good job. Okay, you're getting the concept, and that's what I wanted you to get, because as you switch numbers back and forth, it changes the word that you use. If the number, again, and I'm just repeating myself so you'll know, if I put the smaller numbers up front, we're going to use less than. Okay? If the greater number is on the front of the two set of numbers, it will be considered less than. Okay, you got it now. Okay. Any questions you have about how to figure out which one's bigger and which one's smaller?
No.
Okay. Just remember, if all the numbers are the same, and once you get to the point that they're different, whichever is bigger is the bigger number. Is that correct? Okay. Next step we have, what we're going to do is basically play a game. We're going to get 8 cards each. Okay? When we say go, we're going to flip it over. The first one we're going to do is a test. Okay? So whoever gets a bigger number gets to keep both cards.
War?
Okay.
Like war?
Yeah, there you go. Actually, that's the name of the game, and I forgot to tell you, it's Decimal Wars. And guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna flip the card, and whoever gets the bigger card, the bigger number, basically keeps the two cards. Now, if they're equal, we each keep one of them. We have 8 cards each. Go ahead and make sure you count it, because I don't want to feel like I have more cards than you, or you have less than mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Okay, I have 8, you have 8. So let's do a test run real quick. So if I pull my first card, one pull yours, and I give you a chance to basically say who has the bigger number.
Me.
Okay. Since it was a trial run, I'm still gonna keep my card and sneak it in there somewhere. Okay. If that was the real one, you basically keep both cards. We're gonna play until somebody runs out, or basically will take a lot of time, and then as long as you understand the concept, which I think you do. But let's go and make it a little bit fun. So let's go with the first one. Although you can't look at the cards.
Yes.
Okay. So who has the bigger number?
Me.
Okay, so you get to keep those.
Yay.
Okay. Okay. And who has the bigger number? I mean, this is 3 decimals.
I still have
Okay. Why will you say that? I have more numbers on my card.
because the whole number is bigger.
Okay. And you're
and
right.
the decimal is lower than the whole number.
Exactly. And you got the right concept. And I was just trying to see if you knew, because we talk about place value, and you gave me the right answer. Since your initial numbers, the whole numbers, is bigger than mine, you basically win. Not just because I have more numbers. Of course, I have more numbers after the decimal. Doesn't mean that I have that bigger number. So, okay.
You win.
Okay. And the same reason. Yeah, of course I got more numbers. No.
Yay.
Okay.
You win that one.
Okay. And I'm letting you answer so you'll know which one's greater and which one's smaller. So
You win.
you win, okay? Because I got 25 and you got 4. It's the whole numbers.
I win.
Okay. And let's do the last one, since we're going about eight of us each.
I also win.
Okay. So let's count. I got 2, 4, 6. I imagine you have 10. Okay. So you won. You get a prize at the end of the show. So you basically won with 10 to 6. So we have played the decimal war games, and the next thing that I'm going to give you is a worksheet that basically is going to give you 6 problems. Of course, the first one was already solved, and this is basically what it's going to tell me if you understand the concept of equal, greater than, less than, using decimal numbers. Okay, just like you said, if the number is greater at the beginning,
The whole number.
that one will be bigger than the other one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. The first one is 21.070. Is that greater than, less than, equal to 21.07?
It is equal to it.
Okay, but this one has more numbers than that one.
It's not because of that, because there's a 0 at the end, and the 0 doesn't count if it's on the decimal.
If it's at the end of the decimals. Oh, okay. And you're right. That is correct. So it is equal. So let's go ahead with number 2.
It would be the first one,
Okay.
because it is 784, and the second one is only 13.
13. So if you were to read that to me, how would you read that?
784 and 15 is 15 hundredths is greater than 13 and 64,000.
Okay. Good job.
I feel like I read the second one wrong.
No, I mean that one you got it right. That is correct. Since 784 is bigger than 13, you say 784 is greater than 13. So of course plus the little decimal points. So let's go ahead and do number 3. Okay. So the first one is 4.863 and the second number is 238.79. Of course, we look at the whole number, but also the place value. Okay? So the way you wrote it, you will read as, how will you read that?
4 and 863,000 is less than 238 and 479,000.
Okay? And again, just got to keep in mind that since the number is smaller at first, you say less than. Okay? And most people get confused, even myself sometimes when I was younger. I would get confused. I had the concept as far as greater than which one will be greater, but when I read it, it just got me confused. But you're doing a very, very good job. Okay, here's the next one.
The second one would be greater, because in the decimal place, the second one has a 1 at the end.
Okay.
Then if it didn't, it would be equal.
Okay, so you're saying 32 and 4 tenths is less than 32 and 41 100ths, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job. And I was going to ask you how to read it, but I think you understand the concept of it. But we'll let you do it. I mean, we got 2 more to go. So go ahead and do the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Why did you pick that answer?
Because 2 is greater than 1, and it's in the same place.
Okay. So that 0 didn't trick you up front.
It almost did.
It almost did. Why is that? But how come you could tell it was not? Because you were thinking that will be the other way around, correct?
Yeah.
But what gave you the hint that no, that is bigger than the second number?
Because it's all just zeros with the decimal point. It's trying to trick you with the 0 at the front, even though you don't need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no, good job. So how will you read that one? Okay, so the way you read it, just read that number. What number is that? 2?
2.
And what place is that?
1,000.
Okay.
So just 2,000?
That one, you have to put your TH at the end, but correct. Okay. And I think you got the concept of that one. Let's go ahead and do the last problem. Okay. And what was the reason behind that? How can you put that 34 is less than 46?
Because it has the 3 first and then the 4, but the second one is 46, so 46 is larger than 34.
Than 34? Okay, good job. You actually got each one of them right. Do you have any questions about how it seems like you understood the concept and going over each one by itself and going over the tenths, the hundreds, the thousands, and the ones. I think you got the basic knowledge and the basic skills to basically answer those questions. Okay? Do you have any questions at all?
No.
Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a video basically that kind of explains everything that we learned today. Okay. This is our summary of what we learned. And, you know, sometimes visuals will help you to understand the lesson better. But let me go and play that for you so you can see exactly what we went over.
You have to.
Oop. What happened to my video? We're doing so good. Okay. Really, that one.
65,000. The greater number is the alligator's preference. He looks at the place values from left to right.
Okay, and that's what you were doing
So
earlier.
he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast. 107 thousandths and 11 hundredths. The greater value is what the alligator gets. He looks at the place values from left to right. Once the greatest hundreds place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast. 209 thousandths and 4 5/10. The gator is the one with the greater contents. He looks at the place values from left to right. Fourth the greatest one's place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast.
Now the numbers are the same on both sides. The gator wants to eat, but he can't decide. Neither is greater or less. It's a perfect tie. So the alligator writes an equal sign.
The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast.
There's a line underneath the greater than sign. Greater than or equal to is how the sign is defined. I'll write a line underneath the less than sign. And the center equal to is the name of the design.
Hi there. I'm an alligator, so let's keep this snappy. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that the greater than symbol goes from big to small, and it's called the greater than symbol. The less than symbol goes from small to big, and it's called the less than symbol. The larger number always goes on the open side of the angle. For example, this reads as 50 is greater than 10. And this is read as 10 is less than 50.
Visit numberrock.com for exclusive content.
Okay. As you watch the video, there's a couple of things that we covered as far as with the alligator, and that's the best way for you to remember which sign to use. If the number is bigger, then basically the alligator eats that larger number.
Yeah,
But
there's a part where it shows a line underneath.
the line underneath is the lesson that we'll cover next time, but it's basically greater or equal to. Basically, that's a little bit tricky with the number when you use 110th, if they're the same, almost to the same point. But it's something that I will teach you next time we meet. Okay, so just keep in mind that we learned today is basically the place value of numbers and determining which one's bigger and which one's smaller, and also which way to use the signs as far as greater, less than, or equal to. And the importance of when you read the problem, if the number is first is smaller, you say is
It's less than.
less than, and if it's greater at first, you say greater than first. So I think that was the most difficult thing for when you read it. Of course, you beat me with Decimal Wars, But I think you did an excellent job in understanding the basic concept. And I would like to commend you that basically you got 100% on your exam because you did not make any mistakes on it, and you did very very well. Okay. Any questions you might have? Okay. Well, I do thank you for your time, and basically we'll meet next time and we'll go over a different lesson.